speak to vet and campaigner against poppy farms, Mark Abraham, who's joining us from Brighton this morning. Good morning to you. Thanks very much for joining us this morning,
Good morning,
Mark. So it's obviously good news that more people are wanting to own dogs, but there's a real worry, isn't there, about the scams that are around there, about the breeders that aren't legitimate and the puppies that are suffering as a consequence.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many scams around. It's a very emotional purchase. People just get carried away by pictures online, especially. A lot of people are paying money and there's not even a puppy. I even heard a story the other day that someone paid £2,000 for a Pomeranian puppy and it turned out to be a guinea pig. So that's the sort of scale of range of what's going on. I think it's important also to mention rescue. It's all well and good getting a responsibly bred pup. That's great. But also, please consider rescue, where there are also puppies too. And in a few months' time, if people start going back to work, we're expecting a spike in abandoned dogs as well. So yeah. You have to do your research. You can't agree with Gavin and Pip more. Sorry to hear about little Spencer, but if you do your research and you find a decent breeder or a reputable rescue, it's unlikely you'll go wrong.
Yeah, and it's a good point you make about the rescue homes as well, because they're a good place if you're a beginner dog owner, aren't they? That they will give you advice on what breed is suitable for you, because a lot of people just go for what the dog looks like. They'll be scrolling through pictures and they'll perhaps end up with a dog that's completely unsuitable for them, whereas someone like a rescue home or a reputable breeder will talk to you about your lifestyle, about how much you're at home, how much you can exercise them, won't they?
Absolutely. Rescues, reputable breeders, you just can't do enough research, and these guys just have got so much knowledge to share. The information's out there. It's just a case of us actually finding it. Another point to make is really the options that are available to buy. So at the moment, the legal options are you go to a breeder, you go to a rescue centre, but there's another legal option to actually buy puppies that are born on overseas puppy farms. And currently we're campaigning, there's a petition on the government website at the moment to ban the route, this legal route to market for sick pups coming in from overseas puppy farms that unsuspecting owners are ordering or buying because they're just trying to do the right thing. They're trying to do it legally. Maybe they haven't done as much research, but this is another route to market that needs to be closed down. So the only options available to prospective dog owners are responsible breeder or rescue shelter, and that's it. And if you follow those two options and they're the only ones that are legal, then it's rare to have a problem.
And I know we heard a little bit of this earlier, but if you are in touch with a puppy breeder, what are the signs? What are we looking for when we're looking for a healthy puppy? What questions should we be asking?
So the decent breeders out there, they shouldn't be advertising more than one or maximum two types of dog. Breeds of dog. They should always be showing you physically the pup interacting with its mum in the place that they were born. There should be loads of questions both ways, probably more from them than from you. There should be absolutely no pressure to buy. They should be able to take back the dog if there's a problem. They should have loads of knowledge. They should provide evidence of appropriate health tests, encourage multiple visits, provide vaccination certificates, microchipping documents, even a contract. And if you're unsure, obviously walk away, maybe even report. But another little tip is to Google the phone numbers, especially mobiles, because that can often reveal pages and pages of litters that have been sold in the past. So, as I say, you can't do enough research, and it's great to get a dog, but please choose responsibly. Either breeder, see the pup interacting with the mum in the place it was born, or consider rescue as well.
Yeah. We talked about the big increase in the number of people that have got dogs during lockdown, new owners that have got pets, and they've been a lifeline for them. But I know you mentioned it, that it is a concern that when people's lives change, when maybe they go back to the office or they're not spending as much time for home, then they might realise those dogs aren't quite as suitable to their lifestyle. Do you think there's going to be a big increase in people realising that they can't look after their dog and they will end up in a rescue centre?
I think, sadly, that may be the reality, although it doesn't look like people are going to go back to work anytime soon in terms of going back to work away from their house and subjecting their pets to separation anxiety, which is a very, very serious issue. The other issue, because of social distancing during lockdown, was puppies couldn't really meet other dogs and they couldn't really meet other humans. So I think we're going to have problems going forward in maybe fear, aggression or phobias about puppies that have just been inadequately socialised. So my advice would be to always seek advice from a professional canine behaviourist, get the best advice, even start asking those questions now if you think you're going to be going back to work away from where you live, because separation anxiety needs to be planned These dogs need to be protected, and that's one of the biggest reasons dogs get handed into rescue centres in the first place, or worse still, euthanized. So please do your research from buying, from rescuing, from going to a behaviourist, and really protect your dogs, because, as you say, there's a lot of impulse purchasing, not a lot of thought going into getting a dog, but now you've got one, please do as much as possible to make their lives happy and healthy.
Yeah, and they'll do the same for you, won't they? They can bring a lot of joy. Mark, thank you so much. And I've got to say a personal thank you to you, because I sent Mark a message the other day. My dog had a tick on her face, and I sent him a message saying, help, I don't know what to do. Anyway, so you helped me out, and I'm pleased to say she's now tick-free and all is good. So a huge thank you.
My pleasure.
What did you manage to deal with it at home? Or
yeah, we did, but you have to have the right technique. You can get these implements that will remove the ticks, but you have to have exactly the right technique. And I was a bit worried because it was on her face. Right. Actually, do you know what? I made my husband do it because he's really good at stuff like that. And I watched. He said I was absolutely no help at all, because I'm worried when it's your little, you know, your furry child. Yeah. You want them to make sure it's well.
Check first.
I wanted to double check that we had the right method. So she's all good. Thank you very much to you, and thanks for joining us this morning.